Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 1985 playoffs in season ticket baseball. Game 3 of the 1985 National League Championship Series now shifts to Olympic Stadium as the Montreal Expos are now hosting the Houston Astros. This series is tied at a game apiece. The Astros escaped 5-4 in Game 1 on a bottom of the ninth home run by Glenn Davis. Then the Expos controlled Game 2 to take that one by a final score of 7-1. So we'll be watching this one to see which team can take Game 3. The fans here at Olympic Stadium are absolutely going bonkers. The stadium is electric tonight. We're expecting a sellout here at Olympic Stadium, standing room only tonight. But what say we jump right into the action and get into this one. Starting pitcher for the Montreal Expos tonight. Both the New York teams are out. Dan Schatzeder, 3-5 with a 3.80 ERA, 104 and a third innings pitched, 64 strikeouts, 31 walks, and 13 home runs in 85. As the rest of the Expos get loose behind Schatzeder, we will take our first look at the Astros starting lineup. Leading off tonight, we've got, let me bring the scorebook over so I have my lineup close. Jerry Mumphrey is in right field. Dickie Thon is at shortstop. Bill Duran is at second base. Kevin Bass is in center field. Glenn Davis is at first base. Alan Ashby's catching. Jose Cruz is in left field. Denny Walling is at third base. And the starting pitcher for the Astros tonight, whom we'll meet in the bottom of the first, is Bob Knepper. And that's the lineup Dan Schatzeder will have to keep in check for the Expos. Leading off for the Astros tonight is Jerry Mumphrey. He's in right field tonight. 277 average, 8 home runs, 61 RBIs in 85. We are using red, white, and blue dice tonight. Expos are the home team. NLCS is tied at 1. Tonight is Game 3. Which team will take a 2-1 lead in the series? Only the dice know, and in order to find out what the dice know, we have to go to the first pitch. So, Schatzeder, take it away. We will get started with a 4-10, and against the lefty, that'll be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up for the Expos is going to be Vance Law. He will make the play over to first. 1 out in the inning, and we are officially underway here at Olympic Stadium. Dickie Thon is now the batter for the Astros. 251 average, 6 home runs, 29 RBIs in 85. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 361, and that's going to be a base hit for Thon. That'll be a slow roller over to second. Thon will beat it out, and he'll have an infield single. The infield will go to double play depth as Bill Doran will step into the batter's box. 287 average, 14 home runs, 59 RBIs in 85. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. That is a 490. That looks like trouble against the lefty. 490 is actually going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one for the Expos is going to be Mitch Webster. He will make the catch, and that'll be out number 2 in the inning. Kevin Bass in the cleanup spot. Now at the plate, he's in center field tonight. 269 average, 16 home runs, 68 RBIs in 85. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 154, and a 154 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Andre Dawson on his horse. He will get that one for the Expos, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Astros. Score is now Houston 0, Montreal coming to bat. Starting pitcher for the Houston Astros tonight is their number 3 starter in the postseason rotation, Bob Knepper. 15-13 with a 3.55 ERA, 241 innings pitched, 131 strikeouts, 54 walks, 21 home runs, and 85. And as the rest of the Astros get loose behind Knepper, we will meet the Expos starting lineup. Leading off tonight, Sal Butera is doing the catching. Andre Dawson is in right field. Tim Raines is in left field. Vance Law is at second base. Mitch Webster is at center field. Hubie Brooks is at shortstop. Tim Wallach is at third base. Andres Galarraga is at first base. And Dan Schatzeder, our starting pitcher, of course, gets a pitcher batting card. And that's the lineup Knepper will have to keep in check if the Astros are going to take the series lead tonight once again. Leading off for the Expos is Sal Butera, the catcher. 200 average, 3 home runs, and 12 RBIs in 85. And I will see you guys in chat at the top of the second. Knepper will look into Ashby for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is a 364, and a 364 is going to get popped up on the infield to first base. Davis will go into foul territory for that one. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 1. Andre Dawson, now the batter for the Expos. 255 average, 23 home runs, 91 RBIs, and 85. He will bat. Knepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 243. A 243 against the righty is going to be a 573. That's going to left field where Cruz is back for that one. That'll be a lazy fly ball right at him. Cruz will not have to go any farther for that one. He will make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. Tim Raines, now the batter. 320 average, 11 home runs, 41 RBIs, and 85. Knepper looking at Ashby for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is a 485 against the lefty, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Going back for that one for the Astros is Bass. He will track it down, make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Expos here in the bottom of the first. No score in Montreal after 1. Neither team wants to make the mistake that costs them a 2-1 series lead. And leading off the top of the second for the Astros, as Schatzeder finishes up his warm-up tosses, is Glenn Davis. 271 average, 20 home runs, 64 RBIs, and 85. He will start taking his practice cuts. As Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 266 against a righty. 266, uh-oh. Davis is into one. That is deep to left field. Davis with a power of a 9. Does he give the Astros the lead with 1 swing of the bat? Davis will give the Astros the lead with a boom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to left field. Raines going back for that one. He's back to the track, back to the wall, and that ball is gone. Home run, Glenn Davis, 1-0 Astros. Stadium groans. Ugh. Davis was, of course, the hero of Game 1. For the Astros. Yes. Alan Ashby now stepping into the batter's box. 280 average, 8 home runs, 25 RBIs, and 85. Schatzeder knows he's got to shake that one off. He will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 240 against a switch right. 240 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Going back for that one is Webster. He will take his time, make the catch. Out number 1. Jose Cruz, now the batter for the Astros. 300 average, 9 home runs, 79 RBIs, and 85. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera once again. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is a 455 against a lefty. 455. Cruz is going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. That is out number 2. Two outs, and Denny Walling, now the batter for the Astros. 270 average, 7 home runs, 45 RBIs, and 85. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 449 against a lefty, and that's going to get popped up on the infield. Calling everybody off in the infield grass is Wallach. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, a solo bomb by Glenn Davis. The Astros now have a 1-0 lead heading into the bottom of the second. A gigantic Game 3, but let's remember, there is a lot of baseball left to be played in this one. Bottom of the second brings us to the middle of the Expos order. Vance Law is now the batter. 266 average, 10 home runs, 52 RBIs, and 85. Nepper will look in at Ashby for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 392. And a 392. Law is going to lead off with a base hit. He will get that into center field, and he'll be on with a single. Infield will go to double play depth for the Expos, as Mitch Webster is now the batter. 274 average, 11 home runs, 30 RBIs, and 85. He's got pretty good power. Webster is going to swing away. Nepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 142, and a 142 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Bass going back for that one. He will track it down, make the catch, out number 1. Infield will remain at double play depth as HOU Brooks now steps into the batter's box. 269 average, 13 home runs, 100 RBIs, and 85. Law edging off of second. Brooks also has decent power. He's going to swing away. Nepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 537. That's over to first base. Looking at that is Davis, and a 537 is going to be a base hit into right field. Law will hold at second with a single, and the Expos have something going on with 1 out in the inning. Law with the tying run now waits 180 feet away, and the batter now is the ever-dangerous Tim Wallach. 260 average, 22 home runs, 81 RBIs, and 85. A base hit probably scores, a base hit probably scores Vance, but not necessarily. Nepper will look in at Ashby for the sign. Fans at Olympic Stadium are loud. Nepper will set, and he will pitch. That is a 191, and a 191 is going to be a bloop single for Wallach. He will get on with a single. And just like that, the bases are full of Expos. As a seeing eye single gets out of the infield to load the bases. And now the infield has got to play in, as Andres Galarraga will get his first start of the postseason. 187 average, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and 85. Going to look at arms for Law a second here. Actually, Law has to go on contact anyway. Never mind, we don't even have to check. Nepper. Here's the crowd at Olympic Stadium. They've been going nuts all night. Galarraga could give the Expos the lead here. Nepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, he will kick, and he will pitch. That is a 385. And a 385 is going to get popped up on the infield to first base. Calling everybody off in the infield grass is Davis, along with calling the infield fly rule. 2 outs in the inning. Two outs, and Dan Schatzeder is now the batter. And we don't have to worry about any contact rating priority. Okay. Nepper will look in at Ashby for the sign. Astros trying to get out of trouble. Schatzeder surprisingly good with the bat in his hands based on his batter stats. Nepper will set, and he will pitch. That is a 390. Normally that would be good, but a 390 with a contact rating of a 3. Actually, a 390 is going to be a base hit into left field. Schatzeder helping out his own cause. Lance will score. Brooks will hold at third. As Schatzeder comes through helping out his own cause with a single into left field. Bases stay full of Expos, but the game is now tied at 1. Stadium cheers. Yay! Batter now is Butera. Butera tonight is 0 for 1. He popped out to first his first time up. Nepper can't believe what he sees. He gave up his first run on an RBI to the pitcher. Astros bench is not happy with that at all. Just going to do my hand check a little bit early. Okay. Schatzeder helping out his own cause. He's now on first. Wallach's at second. Brooks is on third. No place to put Butera. Expos with a chance for more. Nepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 358. And a 358 is going to get popped up on the infield once again. Davis calling everybody off in the grass. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 4 hits, but the Expos leave him loaded here in the bottom of the second. But they do manage to tie this game at 1 after 2. Stadium groans. Ugh. You do not want to leave the sacks packed when runs are likely to be at a premium tonight. And every mistake is very much under the microscope. Getting set for the top of the third, and we will be looping back to the top. Actually, we'll be looping to the bottom of the Astros order. Bob Nepper is now the batter for the Astros. Schatzeder finishing up his warm-up tosses. We got a lefty and lefty matchup, I just realized. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 520. That's over to Butera. And that's going to be a called strike 3 on Nepper. He will get frozen by a slider for strike 3. That is out number 1 in the inning. At least on that exchange, Schatzeder is showing Nepper how you should handle a starting pitcher. Here's Mumphrey. Mumphrey grounded out his first time up. Schatzeder looking in at Butera for the sign. We are tied at 1 here at the top of the third. Series tied by the same score. Schatzeder will set, and he will pitch. 130. That'll turn into a 330. And that's going to be a seeing eye single for Mumphrey. He will get on with a slow hit ball, but that'll be enough to reach first on a single. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Thon. Thon has a seeing eye single of his own tonight. Mumphrey, not a threat to steal. He will hold. Thon's got good power. He's going to swing away. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 186. And that's going to be a wild pitch, and Mumphrey will go to second on the wild pitch. That'll get past Butera. Ball 1 on Thon. Also takes away the double play. And with a wild pitch, we will do it again. This time it's a 235. And a 235 against a righty is going to be a fly ball into center field. Webster getting under that one. He will make the catch, and that is out number 2. Duran, now the batter for the Astros. Duran flew out his first time up. Expos trying to duck a single, and an infield single, and a wild pitch. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. That is a 335, and that's going to be a slow roller for Duran. He will leg that one out, and that'll be another infield single. Mumphrey goes to third. Duran goes to first. And a dangerous situation for the Expos. Here's Bass with 2 outs. Bass is 0 for 1 tonight. Schatzeder trying to get out of the inning. Olympic Stadium is loud, hoping for a big pitch. Schatzeder looking in at Butera for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 665. And a 665 will be grounded over to first. Galarraga will pick that one up. Schatzeder will come over to cover the bag. That'll be the 3rd out, and the side is retired. 2 hits and a wild pitch, but the Astros aren't able to do anything with it. We remain tied at 1, heading into the bottom of the 3rd. Stadium sighs. Phew! Knepper finishes up his warm-up tosses as the leadoff batter for the bottom of the 3rd for the Expos is Dawson near the top of the order. Dawson is 0 for 1 tonight. Knepper gets the sign from Ashby. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 558. That's over to third base. Looking at that is going to be Walling, and a 558. Walling's going to pick that one up, drop it, but at least he's going to eat it this time. And Dawson will be safe at first on the E5. First error tonight by either team. Infield will go to double play depth. Knepper looking over at Walling like, come on, man, we've got to win this game. Raines, now the batter. Raines tonight is 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up. Knepper looking in at Ashby for the sign. Dawson edges off of first. Knepper will set. He will kick, and he will pitch. That is a 400 even. And against a lefty, Raines is going to have himself a walk. As now the Expos have something going on. 2 men on, nobody out. Fans at Olympic Stadium are loud. Batter now is Law. Law today is 1 for 1 with a single, and he scored the only Expos run so far. Ashby will go out and talk to Knepper on the mound, try to settle him down. Knepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 185, and a 185 is going to be another seeing eye single for Law, as that one will just barely get out of the infield, but it will mean the bases are full of Expos with nobody out. And you just know the energy in Olympic Stadium has been going nuts all night. The infield has to play in. The batter now is Webster. Webster today is 0 for 1. He flew out. Dawson waits off of third with the go-ahead run. Knepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 216. And a 216 against a switch right is going to be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Duran. The throw's got to come to the plate. Dawson with a speed of 5. Can he beat a 13 to the plate? Actually, yeah, Dawson's got a speed of 5, so he's got to beat a 13 with the arm challenge. Here comes the throw from Duran. It's in plenty of time. Dawson is thrown out at the plate. And I've got to check here. See if there's a double play here. I don't think so. Results with a... That was a 4-6-3. That was a go only. Okay, so the throw's going to come to the plate. Dawson will be thrown out, but the bases are still going to be full of Expos. 1 out in the inning, as it's a G4-2 fielder's choice. 1 out. The infield has to stay in, as the batter now is Brooks. Brooks today is 1-for-1 with a single. Raines has got a lot better speed than Dawson does. Expos gotta like this situation. Nepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 577. That sounds like a lot of trouble, as that's going to be over to Cruz, and a 577. That's going to drop. That's going to get to the wall behind Cruz. That's going to be a double. Webster's going to hold at third. Actually, that's a 577. Okay, so that's going to be a double into left field. Raines and Law will both score. Webster will go to third. Brooks will go to second. 3-1 Expos. Stadium cheers. Yay! As the Expos take the lead. Infield has to stay in, and a dangerous situation for the Astros. Here's Wallach. Wallach tonight is 1-for-1 with a single. Webster, gonna check arms real quick. 3-3-2-2. Webster is going to go on contact. Nepper Ashby goes out and talks to Nepper on the mound. Expos lead 3-1. They want more. Nepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 351, and a 351 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Walling's going to get that one, but he's going to bring the throw to the plate. Webster with a speed of 3. He's got to beat a 12 to the plate. Can he? Here comes the throw from Walling. It's going to be high. Webster slides in. He is safe at the plate, and the Expos extend their lead. Webster will score. Brooks will go to third. Wallach will go to first. And the Expos, once I get Digital Diamond to catch up with me on this one, Webster will score. Brooks to third. Wallach to first. 4-1 in favor of the Expos. Stadium cheers. Yay! Here's Galarraga. Galarraga today is 0-for-1. Do you play the infield in and try to stop the carnage, or do you play back and go for 2? As ID Jester now joins us here at Olympic Stadium. Just finished putting everything in the box. You ended up tearing it all out and getting rid of all the plastic, taking up way too much room. That's a fair assessment on the situation. Just going to wave my hand real quick, make sure everything's good there. Okay. Right. So the Expos are starting to take control of this game tonight. We may be getting some activity in the Astros bullpen here before too long. We'll give it one more batter before we see what the Astros think. Brooks will have to go on contact. Nepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set. Olympic Stadium is loud tonight, by the way. Nepper will kick, and he will pitch. That is a 217. Against the righty at 217 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Duran, but the throw is coming to the... Actually, Brooks was going on contact. That's right. So the throw is going to come to the plate. Brooks with a speed of 1. He's got to beat a 13. Here comes the throw from Duran. Brooks slides. He is safe. The Expos extend their lead. Wallach goes to second. Galarraga to first. So Brooks will score. Wallach to second. Galarraga to first. 5-1 in favor of the Expos. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Schatzeder. Schatzeder tonight is 1-for-1 with a single. He actually helped out his own cause tonight, and we are going to get some activity in the Astros bullpen. Scary words if you're an Astros fan, but Nepper just does not have it tonight. starting to get loose for the Astros is going to be, let's see, righty switch. The Astros are going to get Charlie Kerfeld warming up tonight. The Expos smell blood in the water if the Astros are starting to go to the bullpen already. Nepper will get the sign from Ashby after Ashby goes and talks to him on the mound. Nepper will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 631. That'll turn into a 641 and be a ground ball over to first. Picking that one up is Davis. He will throw that over to Thon at second. That'll get Galarraga. Thon will try to make the relay back, but it won't be in time. Schatzeder will reach on the fielder's choice. 2 outs in the inning as the Expos get runners at the corners. Butera, now the batter. Butera's 0 for 2 tonight. Nepper realizes he's trailing 5-1. Needs to get this inning over with. He will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 441 against a lefty. A 441 is going to be a base hit into center field, and the carnage is going to continue. Wallach will score. Everybody will move up 6-1 in favor of the Expos. Stadium cheers. Yay! Nepper trying to get out of this inning. Batter now is Dawson. Dawson tonight is 0 for 1, but he reached on an error back in the second, as the Expos have now officially batted around in this inning. Nepper trying to get out of the inning. Kerfeld needs a little more time to warm up. Nepper will set, and he will pitch. 254 against a righty at 254 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one for the Astros is going to be Mumphrey. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Expos pick up a lot of breathing room on this one. 4 runs on 5 hits, a walk, and an error. And the Expos suddenly lead this one by a score of 5-1. Not where you want to be if you're an Astros fan tonight. And Olympic Stadium is only going to get louder as the night goes on, I'm sure. Pitcher's spot is due up 5th in the top of the 4th for the Astros. They will be watching that very, very carefully tonight. Leading off the top of the 4th is arguably the man who might need to put the Astros on his back tonight, the hero of Game 1, Davis. Davis does have a solo bomb tonight, but that's the Astros' only run so far. Let me just get my box score updated real quick, or my line score, 0-5. Okay. Got that updated in my scorebook now. Schatzeder looking in at Butera for the sign. 6-1 Expos, top of the 4th. Olympic Stadium has been loud all night. Schatzeder will set, and he will pitch. That is a 527, and a 527 is going to be Butera. That'll be a leadoff walk. Davis will get on with a 1-out free pass. As Schatzeder loses control of a slider, gets a little bit too far in on Davis, and he will go to first. Ashby, now the batter. Ashby flew out his first time up. Expos are at double play depth. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. That is a 244 against a switch right. 244, uh-oh. Ashby's into one that's deep to center field. Ashby with a power of an 8. Does he cut into this Expos lead? Ashby's going to get under that one. That'll be lifted into center field. Back for that one is Webster. He will be near the track, but he will have plenty of room to make that catch, and that is out number 1. Cruz is now the batter. Cruz is 0 for 1 with a strikeout tonight. Schatzeder looking into Butera for the sign. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 470 against the lefty. A 470. Cruz is going to get into one, and that's going to be a double. Davis will go to third. He will hold there. Cruz will go to second, as that's going to get into right field. Right? 470. Yes, that's going to be a double into right field. Just making sure I had that right. Batter now is Walling. Walling tonight is 0 for 1. What are the Expos going to do here? Would they rather have the out or try to keep the run from scoring? Davis with a speed of 1. Let's see. 3, 1, 4, 2. Davis would probably almost have to go with 1 out. They're going to bring the infield in. The Expos are going to try to keep the Astros off the board further. Schatzeder will look in at Butera for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 207. A 207 against a lefty is going to turn into a 407. And a 407 against a lefty is going to be a ground ball over to second. Getting that one is going to be Law. And he will bring the throw to the plate. Davis with a speed of 1. He's got to beat a 13 to the plate. Here comes the throw from Law. It is on target. Davis slides right into the tag. He is out. 2 outs in the inning. Stadium cheers. Yay! Davis forced to go on contact, and the Expos, well, not quite forced to go on contact. Well, he kind of was, but it backfired on the Astros ultimately, and the Expos played that right. 2 outs in the inning, and Knepper will continue to bat. Kerfeld continuing to throw in the Astros bullpen. Knepper struck out looking his first time up. Schatzeder will look in to Butera for the sign. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Schatzeder will set, and he will pitch. That is a 594. That's into right field. Dawson, and that'll be a fly ball into right field. Dawson coming in for that one. He'll make the catch on a jog, and that will retire the side. A walk and a double, but the Astros get nothing out of it. Score remains 6-1 Expos heading into the bottom of the 4th. Stadium cheers. Yay! Knepper will come out to start the bottom of the 4th, but I don't know, or come out, start the bottom of the 4th, but I don't know how long the Astros are going to let him stay in there. Kerfeld is getting loose for the Astros, and we're at the heart of the Expos order. Here's Raines. Raines tonight is 0 for 1, but he's got a walk. Knepper will get the sign from Ashby. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. A 5-13, and a 5-13 is going to be grounded right back to Knepper. He will take his time, throw that over to Davis at first. Out number 1. I expect at the smallest sign of trouble, the Astros are going to yank Knepper. Here's Law. Law tonight is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Knepper looking in at Ashby for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. A 2-15 against a righty. A 2-15 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Duran grabs that one. He will take his time, throw it over to first. 2 outs in the inning. Batter now is Webster. Webster tonight is 0 for 2. Knepper gets the sign from Ashby. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is a 380. And a 380 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Tracking that one down for the Astros is Cruz. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Expos in the bottom of the fourth. Music to Astro fans' ears. What's not music to the ears is that the Expos still hold a 6-1 lead after 4. Game 3 of this NLCS series is tied at 1. Winner takes the 2-1 lead heading into Game 4 on Thursday, as Philip Anderson now joins us here at Olympic Stadium. And yes, indeed, Philip, the Expos are picking up right where they left off in Game 2. Top of the fourth brings us back to the top of the fifth, I should say, brings us back to the top of the Astros order. Here's Mumphrey. Mumphrey tonight is 1 for 2 with an infield single, and he advanced on a wild pitch. Expos very much in control of this game so far with a 6-1 lead. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is a 6-16, and that's going to be a called strike 3 on Mumphrey. He gets frozen by a changeup for strike 3, out number 1. Schatzeder does a nice job painting the inside corner with that changeup for strike 3, and that's out number 1. Excuse me, I'm gaseous tonight. Thon is the batter. Oop, I just did it again. Just wrote on the wrong side of the scorebook. Thon is now the batter. Thon's 1 for 2 with an infield single tonight. Schatzeder looking in at Butera for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 326. And a 326. Thon gets frozen by a curveball for strike 3. Out number 2 for the Astros. Duran, now the batter. He is 1 for 2 with an infield single as well. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 322. And a 322 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Raines gets on his horse. He'll make that catch going back for it. Over the shoulder, he'll get it, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the top of the fifth. The Expos protecting a 6-1 lead heading into the bottom of the fifth. Check in with chat real quick as Philip Reynolds now joins us here at Olympic Stadium. Not much is new, Philip. How are you doing tonight? Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little bit of Monday Night Baseball here at Olympic Stadium with Game 3 of the NLCS for 1985. Nepper is going to come out of the game. He had a rough bottom of the third. He got through the fourth okay, but the Astros are going to go to the bullpen early. And yes, those are very scary words if you're the Astros looking at this Expos team that lives for clutch hitting. Coming in to pitch for the Astros and hopefully eat up some innings is going to be Charlie Kerfeld, 4-2 with a 4.06 ERA, 44 1/3 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts, 25 walks, 2 home runs in 85. He will be looking at the second half of the Expos order. Here's Brooks. Brooks tonight is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Kerfeld gets the sign from Ashby. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 390. And a 390, Brooks is going to get on with a leadoff single. Not a good thing if you're an Astros fan. You don't want your bullpen troubles being exposed. Infield is at double play depth. Batter now is Wallach. Wallach tonight is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He's going to grip it and rip it. Wallach has got great power. Kerfeld will get the sign from Ashby. Fans at Olympic Stadium are on their feet. Kerfeld will set, and he will pitch. That is a 358. And a 358 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Thon will grab that one. He'll throw that over to Duran. That'll get Brooks. Duran will try to make the relay over to first. That won't be in time. Wallach will be safe at first on the fielder's choice. 1 out in the inning. A hard hit ground ball, but it was right at Thon. 1 out, and Galarraga is now the batter. Galarraga tonight is 0 for 2. Actually, I take that back. He's 1 for 2. He's got a single. Infield remains at double play depth. Kerfeld will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 5.52. That's over to third base. Walling will grab that one. He'll throw that over to Duran at second. That'll get Wallach. Duran will make the relay to first. This time it's in plenty of time. That'll be a 6-4. That'll be a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play as the Astros go around the horn to get out of trouble. No runs and a hit for the Expos, but Montreal still holding on to a 6-1 lead after 5. You're doing okay. Hopefully looking forward to Xavier versus University of Kentucky in basketball. Also getting ready for the 2025 MLS season in Dice United 2. Nice. Sounds like fun. Top of the 6th coming up. Schatzeder will continue to pitch. Batter now is Bass. Bass tonight is 0 for 2. We are going to get some activity in the Expos bullpen. Besides baseball, what other sports do I play? Well, I'm going to talk. You're kind of getting a little bit ahead of me, Philip, but I will talk about that while I look at who the Expos are going to get warming up. As far as other sports I feel comfortable playing, I've actually found some football systems I'm pretty comfortable with. Hockey is also going to be a world I get into. Golf I really like as well with APA and ASG golf. Also inside the cup golf. And I'm comfortable with boxing as well. So I'll talk about it a little bit more during Pino with Phoenix as far as what I'm going to be doing with more sports. I am also going to be doing more sports replays on the channel. I'll talk more about that, though, once we get to Pino with Phoenix at the end of the month. Let's see. Do the Expos want to eat up innings, or what do they actually... what do the Expos want to do here? I think they're going to get... They don't want to start making this a patchwork bullpen game just yet. They're going to let Schatzeder continue to pitch a little bit longer. They're not going to get any activity just yet. He's not fatigued at all yet. So, yeah, they're going to let him sit tight for the time being. But they will be ready to make the call to the bullpen. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. 6-1 Expos, top of the 6th. Schatzeder will set, and he will pitch. That is a 5.02. That'll give us a rare play. Let's see what happens here. That is a 6.89. Oh boy, that has potential to be a problem rare play. 6.89 says it's going to be a base hit. Batter hits a single to right. Ball goes under the right fielder's glove for an E9. All runners score, and batter reaches second base. Center fielder picks up ball and throws to the cutoff man. Batter may try to reach third base by challenging the shortstop's arm. Shortstop's arm is Brooks with a 1. Bass is going to go to second, and with a speed of 7, he is going to try to challenge that. So Bass has got to beat an 11 over to third base. And he will get over there easily as the throw comes in high and off target. Bass will go over to third on a mess of a play there. So 1B and E9, and I'm going to enter this in Digital Diamond. So bear with me for a minute. And E9. That'll also be the first point of fatigue on Schatzeder. So Bass should end up at third. There we go. Or not Schatzeder. Bass should end up at third. Batter now is Davis. Davis tonight is 1 for 1 with a home run and a walk. The infield's going to play back. They're probably not going to get Bass anyway. Now we are going to get some activity in the Expos bullpen. Now they want to eat up innings. So starting to get loose for the Expos. Had long relief here. It's going to be Floyd Humans getting loose for the Expos, right? Switch lefty. Yep. Humans is going to start getting loose for the Expos. Schatzeder will look in at Butera for the sign as Humans starts warming up. Schatzeder will set, and he will pitch. That is a 5.55. That's over to third base, where Wallach will pick that one up on a hop. He will throw that over to first to get the out. Bass will score on the play. That'll at least empty the bases for the Expos, but the Astros cut into the lead 6-2. 1 out, and here's Ashby. Ashby tonight is 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. 6-2 Expos, top of the 6th. Fans here at Olympic Stadium not panicking. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 163, and a 163 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Dawson back for that one. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. As a messy play comes back to haunt the Expos. Well, maybe not haunt the Expos. 2 outs, and the batter now is Cruz. Cruz tonight is 1 for 2 with a double. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 124. That'll turn into a 324. And see Cruz get frozen by a slider on the inside corner for strike 3. That will retire the side. 1 run on a hit and an error, but the Expos still holding on to a 6-2 lead heading into the bottom of the 6th. Winner of this game gets all the momentum in the series heading into... Need to talk to Dave Gardner and Keith Avalon about your new workplace would be perfect for a gaming convention. Belterra Casino in Indiana. Ooh, what part of Indiana, if you don't mind my asking, Philip? I am going to Gen Con later this year, but I'm definitely open to more gaming conventions in the future. Anywho, checking the camera, bottom of the 6th. And I think they're going to let Schatzeder bat. Schatzeder actually has pretty good power. He's got a power of an 8, so they're going to let him bat here. And after all, he is 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. He helped out his own cause earlier tonight. Kerfeld looking in at Ashby for the sign. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 319. And a 319, based on a contact rating of a 3, is going to be a swing and a miss for Schatzeder. He will get past a curveball for strike 3. That is out number 1. By the way, Philip, don't panic if I don't interact with you in chat right away. I do see chat, but I only check it at the bottom of at every half inning. Here's Butera. Butera tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. Kerfeld will get the sign from Ashby. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. A 168. A 168 is going to be a 1-out walk for Butera. He will get on as Kerfeld will lose control of the heat on the outside corner. Infield will go to double play depth. Batter now is Dawson. Dawson tonight is 0 for 2, but he reached on an error. Kerfeld hoping to avert disaster here. He will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. 494 against a righty. Dawson's going to get frozen by a changeup for strike 3. That is out number 2. Well, that's one way to do your part toward averting disaster. 2 outs in the inning, and the batter now is Raines. Raines tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The Expos with a 6-2 lead. Kerfeld will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 133. That'll turn into a 333, and that's going to be a seeing eye single for Raines. That'll just barely get out of the infield, but that will get out enough to be a single for Raines, and everybody moves up. Law, now the batter. Law tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Fans here at the Olympic Stadium are going nuts. They know control of this NLCS is in their grip. Kerfeld will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. A 594, that's into right field. Going back for that one is going to be Mumphrey, and a 594 is going to be a lazy fly ball into right field. Mumphrey will get under that one. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Expos get a hit and a walk, but they can't do anything with it. They hold on to a 6-2 lead, though, after 6. Florence, Indiana. I'll have to look that up. Actually, I'll make a note to look that up a little bit later. All right. Just checking on my email. I'll set that for tonight at about probably 8:30. It'll be good. I just want to make sure I see it later tonight. Check the hand. Okay. Top of the 7th coming up, and the batter now is Walling. Walling tonight is 0 for 2. Also, when I get paid, you're getting Stone Cold Hockey. Cool. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. Fans at Olympic Stadium are loud. Humans ready to come in anytime Schatzeder runs into trouble. Schatzeder will set, and he will pitch. That is a 206. Against a lefty, that'll turn into a 406. And against a lefty, that'll be a ground ball over to second. Grabbing that is going to be Law. He will take his time, throw that over to first, out number 1. What do the Astros do here? Kerfeld. Let's see. Kerfeld is at his fatigue, so he's actually going to come out of the game. First, I need to get some activity for the Astros in their bullpen. Let's see. Switch righty-righty. The Astros are going to get... They're going to get Mike Madden warming up. Kerfeld is going to come out of the game. The Astros are going to go to the bench. Got a few PDF seasons of Stone Cold in preparation for it. Cool. Let's see. Somebody who handles lefties well on the Astros bench. I don't know if they want to go to their biggest gun just yet, so they're going to go... Coming in to pinch hit for the Astros is going to be Jim Pankovitz. 244 average, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, and 85. He's going to try to get something going for the Astros here. Excuse me. Schatzeder will get the sign from Butera. Fans at Olympic Stadium are loud. Schatzeder will set, and he will pitch. That is a 642, and a 642 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Grabbing that is going to be Galarraga. He will wave off Schatzeder coming over take that to the bag himself. 2 outs in the inning. Mumphrey, now the batter. Mumphrey tonight is 1 for 3. Schatzeder, hoping to get out of the 7th. He will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 372. And a 372 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Once again, Galarraga will get that. And once again, he'll wave off Schatzeder coming over. He'll take that to the bag himself. And that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the top of the 7th. The Expos holding a 6-2 lead. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will take a small break. Has Gretzky and the Cincinnati Stingers. Nice. We are in the LCS round, so we are near the point of the season where we're near the point of the replay schedule where we will be needing these. What are these, you might be asking? The answer will be on the Summer 2025 Project Selection Show to take place between the LCS round and the World Series. Next time we get together for baseball will be tomorrow night. We will be at Tiger Stadium for Game 3 of the American League Championship Series between the California Angels and the Detroit Tigers. Don Sutton will be starting for the Angels, and Walt Terrell will be starting for the Tigers. That series, just like this one, is also tied at 1. So that Game 3 is very pivotal, just like this one is. Bottom of the 7th coming up, and Digital Diamond is yelling at me because the Astros need a pitcher. And coming in to pitch for the Astros is Mike Madden. No wins, no losses, 4.26 ERA. 19 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts, 11 walks, 1 home run in 85. Batter now is Webster. Webster tonight is 0 for 3. Madden will get the sign from Ashby. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 271, and against a switch right, 271 is going to be a swing and a miss by Webster as he gets in front of a changeup for strike 3. That is out number 1. Brooks, now the batter. Brooks tonight is 3 for 3 with a double and 2 singles. Madden will get the sign from Ashby. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 341, and that's going to be a slow hit ball, but Brooks will leg it out for a single. He is 4 for 4 tonight. The Expos had better protect Brooks like fine china for the rest of this series. The infield will go to double play depth. Batter now is Wallach. Wallach tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Madden looking in at Ashby for the sign. Fans at Olympic Stadium are loud. Wallach's got great power. He's going to swing away. Madden will set. He will kick. And he will pitch. A 363. And that's going to get popped up on the infield. Davis calling everybody off in the infield grass. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. Two outs in the inning, and the batter now is Galarraga. Galarraga tonight is 0 for 3. Madden looking in at Ashby for the sign. Kind of think with Galarraga's appearances, he might be due. Madden gets the sign from Ashby. He will set. And he will pitch. A 186. And a 186 is going to be a bloop single for Galarraga, as Brooks will go to third. Two outs in the inning, and once again with his 8 power, the Expos are going to let Schatzeder bat. Schatzeder tonight is 1 for 3, although he probably is coming out of the game at the start of the 8th, but with his 8 power, yeah, he's going to bat. Madden will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 5-30. And a 5-30 is over to first base Davis. That'll be a ground ball right to him. He'll wave off Madden coming over, take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 2 hits, but the Expos can't do anything with it. They still have a 6-2 lead, though, after 7. Nolan Ryan available in the bullpen. Small problem with that. Well, actually, 2 problems with that plan, Philip. 1, Nolan Ryan is the starter for Game 4, which will be Thursday night. He'll be going against Bryn Smith. And 2, Nolan Ryan actually took some bruised ribs in Game 1, which I'm thinking about working that into the game on Thursday as well. But stay tuned for how I decide to do that. But yeah, the way this game's going, the Astros... Well, if Nolan Ryan wasn't the starter, they'd probably say, all hands on deck, get out here, we need help. Schatzeder, however, is going to come out of the game. He's been very effective tonight, but the Expos are going to go to the bullpen. Schatzeder currently leaves eligible for the win. Coming in to pitch for the Expos, they want to eat up some innings here, so the Expos are going to turn to Floyd Humans. 4-3 with a 2.45 ERA, 77 innings pitched, 54 strikeouts, 49 walks, 3 home runs in 85. Batter now is Thon. Thon tonight is 1 for 3 with an infield single. Humans will get the sign from Butera. Fans here at Olympic Stadium are still loud. Not a single one has left their seat. Humans will set, and he will pitch. That is a 138. And a 138, that's going to be lined over to second. Law will put up his glove. The ball will slam into it for out number 1. Duran, now the batter. Duran is 1 for 3 with a single tonight. Humans looking in at Butera for the sign. He will set, he will kick, and he will pitch. That is a 345, and that'll be a ground ball over to short. Brooks will grab that one. He'll take his time, throw it over to first. 2 outs in the inning. Batter now is Bass. Bass tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. Actually, with a single and advanced on some chaos. Humans will get the sign from Butera. He will set, he will kick, and he will pitch. That is a 242 against a switch left. That'll be a ground ball over to third. Wallach will grab that one. He'll take his time, throw it across the diamond for the out, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the top of the 8th. Montreal holding on to a 6-2 lead heading in to the bottom of the 8th. Okay. Madden is going to come out to start the 8th, but we are going to get some more activity in the Astros bullpen. Let's see. They're looking at the top of the... Actually, yeah, righty switch. Mostly righties. So they're going to get... The Astros are going to get Frank DiPino warming up to try to stop this carnage. Madden will look at the top of the order to start the inning. Leading off is Butera. Butera tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk tonight. 6-2 Expos, bottom of the 8th. Madden will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 463 against a lefty. 463 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Going back for that one is going to be Mumphrey. He will look the ball into his glove, make the catch, out number 1. One out, and here's Dawson. Dawson tonight is 0 for 3, but he reached on an error. You might think he's due for something here. Madden will get the sign from Ashby. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 464 against a lefty. 464. Dawson's going to get into one into left field. That's going to be a double, and he's not going to try to extend that into a triple. He'll take the double and be content at second base. As if the Expos needed more insurance, Dawson is now at second with another run 180 feet away. Here's Raines. Raines, actually, that's also the first point of fatigue on Madden. Raines tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Madden looking in at Ashby for the sign. Fans at Olympic Stadium are loud. Madden will set, and he will pitch. That is a 515, and that's going to be a base hit into center field. Dawson could try to score. Center fielder is Bass with a forearm. Dawson will hold at third. No need to get greedy here if you're the Astros, or if you're the Expos, I should say. Runners at the corners, and that is going to be it for Madden. He will come out of the game. Coming in to pitch for the Astros, once Digital Diamond catches up with me, is going to be Frank DiPino. 3-7 with a 4.03 ERA. 76 innings pitched, 49 strikeouts, 43 walks, 7 home runs in 85. Batter now is Law. Law today is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. The infield, Dawson's a speed of 5. Let's see, 3-3-2-2. The infield's going to go for the infield's going to try for 2. They're probably not going to get Dawson anyway with his decent speed, and they'd rather get out of the inning here outright with no carnage. DiPino will get the sign from Ashby. 6-2 Expos, bottom of the 8th. DiPino will set, and he will pitch. That is a 306 and a 306. Law's going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3. That is out number 2. Stadium groans. Ugh. As the Astros, well, I was going to say they got away with one, but they haven't yet because there's only 2 outs in the inning. Batter now is Webster. Webster tonight is 0 for 4. Dawson at third, Raines at first. DiPino gets the sign from Ashby. Olympic Stadium going nuts. DiPino will set, and he will pitch. A 358. And a 358 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Picking that one up is going to be Davis. He will wave off DiPino, take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Excuse me. 2 hits, but the Expos can't get anything out of it. Montreal holding on to a 6-2 lead after 8. But we have the age-old question to answer of, will we see some 9th inning magic? The Astros, of course, started this postseason out with a bang. 4 straight wins. The Astros units were awful, those orange stripes. Well, I never knew about that. I'll have to go see what those uniforms look like. The Astros started this postseason with a house of fire, with 4 straight wins, sweeping the Cardinals out and taking game 1 of this series in a walk-off. But now they look to have run into an Expos buzzsaw, as the Expos disposed of both the Reds and the Mets in the wild card games, then dropped game 1 to the Dodgers before rolling in 3 straight. And now the Expos are 3 outs away from taking the lead in this series. Leading off for the Astros is Davis. Davis tonight is 1 for 2 with a home run and a walk. Starting to get loose for the Expos in the bullpen is going to be their closer, Jeff Reardon, just in case Humans runs into trouble. And in my day, the Astros were NL and the Brewers were AL. Well, the two have flip-flopped leagues, of course, but we won't talk about that right now, because what we've got to deal with right now is, can the Astros salvage what's been a disaster so far tonight? Humans will get the sign from Butera. Expos are 1 out away, or 3 outs away, from taking control of this NLCS. Humans will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 450 against a righty, and a 450 is going to be a base hit for Davis. He will get on with a leadoff single. The Astros look like they're going to make this interesting. Double play depth. Batter now is Ashby. Ashby tonight is 0 for 3. He's flown out 3 times. Davis, not going to try to steal here. The Astros need base runners. Humans will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 692. And a 692. Ashby's going to get into one. That's going to get into the gap, and that's going to be a double. And suddenly the Astros are firing up here. Batter now is Cruz. Cruz tonight is 1 for 3 with a double. The infield against Davis's speed of 1 is going to play in. Davis is most likely not going on contact. 3, 1, 4, 2. Yeah, Davis is not going on contact. Reardon continuing to throw for the Expos in the bullpen. Humans will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 532. That's going to be over to first base Galarraga, and that'll be a ground ball right to Galarraga. He will take that to the bag himself. Out number 1, Davis will hold it first. One out, and Walling is now the batter. Walling tonight is 0 for 2. Now Davis is going on contact. The Astros need to get this run in. Humans will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 568. 568. Brooks is going to boot that one, and Davis will score. That'll be an E6. Davis will score. Ashby to third. Walling to first. Let's just make sure that all plays out. But it'll be 6-3 Expos. Stadium groans. Ugh. DePino is going to come out of the game. We're going to get some activity for the Astros. In case this game goes further, they're going to get Julio Solano. Who are they going to get warming up? Let's see. Righty. Yep, they're going to get Julio Solano warming up. In the immediate concern, coming in to pinch it for the Astros, I should say. The Expos are trying to close it out here, but the Astros are making it interesting. Get over to the right side of the book, Phoenix. Coming in to pinch hit for the Astros tonight is going to be Harry Spillman. 136 average, 1 home run, and 4 RBIs in 85. Ashby almost forced to go on contact here. He will. Humans is going to pitch to one more batter. Reardon continuing to throw in the bullpen. Actually, are they going to... Let's see. How does he do against lefties? No. Humans is going to pitch to Spillman. Humans will get the sign from Butera. Ashby is going on contact. Humans will set, and he will pitch. That is a 4-something. 488. Uh-oh. 488 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one is going to be Webster. He will make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. Here comes Ashby. He's tagging up, and the throw won't get there in time. Ashby will score. Spillman's out. Ashby will score. 6-4 Astros, or 6-4 Expos, but there are 2 outs in the inning. And the last chance for the Astros comes to Jerry Mumphrey. He represents the tying run. Mumphrey tonight is 1 for 4. Expos take a 2-1 lead with this victory, with this next out. Astros get Thon to the plate if they get Mumphrey on base. Humans will get the sign from Butera. Hoping Montreal can finish this off. Humans will get the sign from Butera. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 619. Yep, 619. And that's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that in the infield grass is going to be Law. He will call everybody off. He'll look that into his glove as Olympic Stadium jumps up and down. Blop. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Montreal Expos survive a 9th inning charge from the Houston Astros to take this one by a final score of 6-4, and with it, the Expos will take the 2-1 series lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up. And that is your game indeed. Just waiting for the box score to load up here. For the Expos, 6 runs on 15 hits and 2 errors. For the Astros, 4 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. That was a pretty sloppy game. Winning pitcher tonight is Dan Schatzeder. Bob Nepper will end up with the loss. And that will do it for Game 3 of the National League Championship Series for 1985. We are indeed halfway to the next round. Well, Expos are halfway to the next round, as they take this one by a final score of 6-4 and take the 2-1 lead that comes with it. Tomorrow night, we will be at Tiger Stadium for Game 3 of the American League Championship Series between the California Angels and the Detroit Tigers. Don Sutton will be going for the Angels, and Walt Terrell will be going for the Tigers. Wednesday, we are going to be playing Scythe Expeditions from Stonemeyer Games. Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Dungeons & Dragons Flavors of the Multiverse cookbook with the dessert, fig cakes. Sunday next week, we're playing game number 5 on my War Room 10-game challenge list, as we're playing Undaunted 2200 Callisto. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Montreal Expos survive a 9th inning charge from the Houston Astros to take Game 3, 6-4, and the lead in the NLCS 2-1. Once again, take care, and I will see you tomorrow night. And yes, the Expos do have a decent chance to win it all, but hopefully, Philip, once again, I will see you tomorrow night.